UDF presidential candidate. I'm just working with the government because we have to unite to for the sake of the nation.
We have to work
but
together.
That did not work in politics. Because politics, you need to stand out with your own ideologies, with your own proposed direction for the country, for the nation. Okay, for people to really isolate you from the rest of politicians. But if you keep siding with one party or the government, the voters would not isolate you as somebody who would lead them towards what they really want. Because every politician really needs to define the destiny for the nation. And for the voters to really have that faith in that leader, that this is the leader that we want, you need to identify yourself
with you as a president.
Yes, so I think that really damaged the party if you look at how they've performed. For the PP, I mean for the UTM, on the parliamentary election side, I've already said they didn't stand a chance because the period was just too short. 10 months, it wasn't enough for them to really penetrate in the grassroots and do what would really bring out more seats in parliament. But for the on the presidential election side, I think they've done well, I would say. Yes, they expected to win, but if you look at the realities, I think it was really tough for them to win. Competition between MCP and TPP was them. You see, and them coming in, the chances were really were not that good. But in terms of how they have performed, somebody would really give them credit. Over 1 million votes. That's substantial enough to show that really they did a great job.
Let's now talk about AFOD. One parliamentary or one MP. How would you comment on that? I remember there was a time they were leading in numbers in terms of MPs in parliament, but for the past years only one representative. How would you comment on the future of AFOD?
No, the future is not looking good. You look at the party that used to be strong, okay? It used to be strong starting from the time that we were fighting against the one-party rule. I think the founder was one of the greatest or one of the prominent leaders on the opposition side, and of course he didn't make it to become the president, but the party had MPs, I think a good number of MPs.
Yes,
but
a lot of them.
Since then, you've seen that the numbers have been going down. Okay, in the last parliament, I think there were 2. Okay, now it's 1. You can see that now it's getting worse. We don't know next time whether they'll manage to get a seat. That shows the party is really dying. They need to do something about it. We saw the scuffles that were there within the party, leadership struggles. Okay, that period they spent fighting within the party. It was the period they needed to strengthen, build the party. That was the time that other parties were going around making campaign activities, but they were fighting. Okay? That also kind of divided the kind of power they needed to gather and who voters vote for them. And even the way they did it, that one leader supported another party and the other leader supported a different alliance party. So you can see that confused even the voters. How do you have faith in your own party that is divided in that way? Okay, so I think all those things, they worked to the disadvantage of the party, and they need to, if they really want the party to have the future, they need to come together and see how to map the way forward and how to unite and rebuild the party from the scratch. Because at the moment it's in tatters. You can't even say that they will do better come the next elections if they don't unite and really start rebuilding the party. So that's what I can say.
Lastly, tinaona kuti a president umodzi party John Chisi naonso nditu ama imira ngati phungu wa nyumba ya malamulo koma zapezeka zokuti agwa izi zikutanthauza chani ku chipani kuti agwa ngati MP koma sitikudziwanso zotsatira kuti za president zibwere motani. Ukhoza kunenapo chani zikutanthauza chani kwa iwowa anyake ngati a John Chisi ndi anthu?
Yeah, it simply means that he doesn't have the support on the ground. It's the same thing with the Atupele Muluzi. He's lost the support from the ground, losing the parliamentary seat and not doing good so far on the presidential elections. GC the same thing. I think he didn't have the support he needed to really put up a strong challenge against the other opponents. So I would say that I don't think he has enough support, enough muscle to challenge for the presidency. So maybe that. I was thinking even before we came here, I was thinking, do we really need to have all the candidates that we've had in the past elections, even these elections? Okay, you look at how things turn. Okay, it means that sometimes maybe we just become overambitious to run for presidency when we don't have what it takes to really get there. So it's high time that we sat down and reflect that is it really necessary that we really have to join this race just anyhow? Okay, so maybe for them it works. They might have some other reasons other than getting the presidential positions. Maybe they have other reasons, but for me, I would say it's better just to form a strong alliance that would challenge what you want or what you don't want to be in the system.
Okay, Jesse, so the way you have explained it, do you think that it is necessary for one to stand maybe as a member of parliament before going for presidency?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that it's necessary? Because we saw a lot of comments from people. Mwina kwambiri kwantu amina naima nditu ngati ma president akunena kuti yayi anthu okuti sanayambe aona kumene zinthu zimakhalira mparliament zina zoti anayankhula anthu zochuluka zambiri. So do you think kuti there is a need for anthu akuti asanabwere poyera kuti ndifuna ndiyimire ngati president ndikuyamba kaye aona kuti kodi system imayenda bwanji mwina pa councillor pa MP kenako ndikuzapita pa mpando mwachangu changu
but for the candidates I don't think it's necessary to start running for local government elections and then come to the parliamentary elections before getting to the presidential elections. I don't think it's necessary. Politicians, when you express your ambitions to run for presidency, you might have followed politics. Okay, you might have followed where you might have picked things that are not working and then you want them to be improved. So that indicates that you follow politics, you follow governance. So I wouldn't think that that's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's not necessary. It's not. You can run for a presidency without serving as an MP or as a councillor. Some people follow politics even more than those that are in parliament. Okay, so I wouldn't say that that is necessary. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. But maybe just to conclude on I know you haven't asked, but I wanted to comment much about the voter the turnout.
Yes.
74.
74, right? 74%. Out of 6 million, only 5 point something million went out.
I think it's not a good number. I think we need to do better so that next time we reach maybe over 90%, so that maybe it really reflects the will of the people. Because even the numbers that did not turn out to vote, they could have changed maybe the results if they really voted. So you see that we still have a good
do our vote job. Counts.
We really need to do a big job in terms of convincing voters. After registration, they need to. There are also other issues maybe to do with transfers. Maybe they need to do that because others maybe didn't vote, not because they didn't want to go to vote, but they were disadvantaged because they were not in the places where where they registered. So maybe that provision has to be considered next time we have elections, so that everyone who registers should have a chance to vote.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Tikupitiriza benditu kupasirani mmene zinthu zikukhalira kuno ku comments aho tinene kuti mwina sipangakhale pano komano ife ndithu tidakali 24/7 kuti china chilichonse chochitika kuno ya inu mukhale mukuchidziwa. Ine dzina langa ndine Leya Nthemwe ndikuperekeni kwa Nzanga ku Lilongwe.